In these problems, you're going to solve for x. Now, this may be sort of weird, but these are just equations you sort of did in a previous chapter, except using it with the triangle. First thing you want to do is label up things you can see. I have a to b being 49, all right? And then I have c to e right here, or e to c, 21. Then they turn around and they say my a to d, which is this piece right here, they're saying is 35. And they're saying this little piece in here is really x plus 5. If you label your triangle ahead of time, it makes it so much easier. So once again, you can put the letters like this. AB over EC is equal to 49 over 21, which is going to be equal to my big, I always put the big one on top, 35 over, in this case, x plus 5. And I'm going to use factoring for doing my fractions and stuff. It makes it a lot easier. So my first thing is this guy's going up, and while at the same time this guy's coming down. So I'm going to have x plus 5 equals, and I'm going to factor as I go, 5 times 7 over 7 times 7. And this is still over 21. So then I'm going to take 21 and shove it up, right? So it's x plus 5 equals 3 times 7 times 5 times 7 over 7 times 7. So now I get to cross out things I see. And what I end up with, x plus 5 equals 3 times 5, 15, minus 5 minus 5x equals 10. Okay? That's how you would work a problem like this. Kind of makes sense, right? So clear that, and I'll go down to the next one. Right, once again, label it up. T to R is 11. U to R is 4x. All right, we got those guys taken care of. Then I have Q to R being 36. Then S to R is being 9. Okay, so I'll put my proportions here. It's going to be QR over RS is going to be equal to UR over TR. Right. So my QR, and sometimes you might want to do it like this too. I put 36 here. My RS would be 9. My UR in this case would be 4x. And this would be 11. Now I'm going to just take away the letters and put it back here. 36 over 9 equals 4x over 11. Once again, what are we doing? We're going to switch this up to here and pull this guy down to here. So I go 36, right, times 11 over 9 times 4 equals x, right? So I'm going to do some quick factoring here. 9 times 4 is what? 36. These cross out. 11 equals x. That's real easy, right? It looks daunting, but then you're like, well, that's not too bad, right? Quick factoring. Let's take a look at this guy. All right. Once again, I'll mark it up as I go. M to N is 4. N to L is 2x. L to J is 10. And J to K is 25. Okay. So I'm going to say J to K over N to L would be equal to JL over MN. Let's put my letters on here. So J to K is 25. N to L, I'd say 2x. J to L, right? J to L is 10. MN is 4. Let's take away the letters. 25 over 2x equals 10 over 4. Okay, so once again, I'm just going to move things around. I'm going to leave the 2 on the bottom here, right? 4 times 25 is on top. So it'd be 5 times 5 times 2 times 2. Okay. I'll leave the 2 here, and I bring this guy down here. 2 times 5, that's for the 10, is equal to the x. All right, 5's cross out. 2, 2, 2, 2. 5 equals x. Really simple. You do it like this. I mean, you could do 4 times 25 is 100, right? Okay. And then divide by 10 and divide by 2, and then you get the same number, but it's losing when you're doing the fractions, just crossing things out, it seems to me. Let's take a look at this guy. Ooh, he's interesting. That's a y to w. This is 48, right? And then we have x to y, which is this guy is being 24. We have v to y, which is 16 minus 2, x. So they must give me this one, which is 21, right? So first of all, it's going to be x to y over y to u is going to be equal to y to w over y to v. Let's put our numbers on here. X to y is 24. Y to u is 21. Y to w is 48. And y to v is 16 minus 2x. Okay, let's take out our letters. 24 over 21 equals 48 over 16 minus 2x. All right. So I'm going to move things around. First thing to do is break these into their prime factors and put them up to here. And then this guy's going to come down, right? So one thing I can see, there's going to be a 12 in here. I'm going to leave some of that here. So I'm going to make this 12 times 4 times 3 times 7. You'll understand why I did that in a second. And I'm going to put 16 minus 2x here. But when I bring this guy down, it's just what, 12 times 2? Okay. So I can cross these guys out. Now see this 4 here? I'm going to have to cross him out and make him a 2. I can get rid of this 2, all right? So I have 16 minus 2x equals 2 times 3, which is 6 times 7 is 42. Minus 16, minus 16. These go away. Minus 2x equals 12 minus 6 is 6. Carry 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. 26. Divided by minus 2. Divided by minus 2. X equals minus 13. Okay. The hardest thing about that is imagining minus 13. It's actually a distance. How can it be negative 13? But for practical reasons, the way they wrote it, that's how it would be. Okay. Just as long as you can see that. All right. Next one. Ooh, we got a nice one that has like a little weirdy thing going on. Once again, we're going to mark him up. Right. W to S. I'll give you this part first. They say it's minus x plus 25. W to T, they give you 44. U to V, which is this one on the other side, they're going to make this one 40. And so then this one has to match it, which is 55. So these two are going to be together, right? So it's going to be TU over WT is going to be equivalent to, remember the bigger one first, UV over WS. So stick our numbers on here. TU is 55. This one's 44. UV is 40. And this is minus x plus 25. All right. Let's take away our letters. 55 over 44 equals 40 over minus x plus 25. I'm going to do something new and novel. I'm going to break this thing apart first. So this is 5 times 11 over 4 times 11. That way I can cross out my 11s. So I have 40 over minus x plus 25. This guy's going to go up. He's going to go down, right? So he's going to come up. He's going to come down. So I'm going to have minus x plus 25 equals, and this would be 8 times 5 times 4 over 5, right? 8 times 5 is 40 plus 4 times 4 is going to be this. They cross out, so we have minus x plus 25 equals 32. Minus 25, minus 25. Minus x equals 7, so it must mean x equals minus 7. Nice. Take a look at the last one on this page. Look at this. As long as we keep it straight, we're looking for x, right? So C to E is the long side. We're calling this one 50. C to D, just this short one, is 3x plus 12. Right? And we're going to do E to F here is 35. And that must mean D to G is 21. Big side on top. So we're going to say F to E over G to D is going to be equivalent to E to C over C to D. Now stick our numbers in. 35 over 21, E to C would be 50 over 3x plus 12. Let's get rid of the letters. 35 over 21 equals 50 over 3x plus 12. Let's pre-factor this. So what's this going to be? 5 times 7 over 3 times 7 equals 50 over 3x plus 12. 7's cross out. Now we're going to cross this and go up. Okay, so we're going to make this and this is going to come up. So I'm going to call it 3x plus 12 equals 3. Comes up to here. It's going to be 3 times 5 times 10. And just bear with me because I can see my 5 here. I'm getting rid of it. 5. So that makes that 30, right? And I'll move this over here. So I have 3x plus 12 equals 30 minus 12 minus 12. 3x equals 18. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. X equals 6. That's going to be how you're going to work these problems, right? Trying to keep it all straight. Makes sense.